Hey everybody, Scab Gaming here and welcome back to The Division. Now today I want to talk about how I feel about this new expansion, as well as some of the collectibles that you can find inside the underground. Now...
Warning, hostiles have been detected.
Aren't they always? Now when I tried playing this game the first time, I had a little trouble with connection issues and stuff like that, so I hadn't really got a good grasp of how well this has been put together. Now, looking at it now, I can see that this is probably the best thing that's happened to Division in quite a while. The missions are very well put together. The underground is amazingly well made. And I love that it's random. There's not many. Let's just take these down. Hello. I have to say, I don't feel quite as overpowered in the underground as I did in the overground. Now the reason for that is because I don't think the enemies have been made much harder. I think everything's been reined in slightly on the expansion, and some of the weapons have been brought more in line. The ACP vector that I had before has been nerfed to crap and back, basically. And now that weapon for me is certainly not one that I really want to use. So I've actually picked up a G36 Enhanced, which is actually one of the really overpowered weapons at the moment. It's slightly bugged, its base damage is way too high, and it will be fixed in a patch pretty soon. The trouble is, to use the G36 Enhanced, I had to drop my gear score slightly because I had a 182 weapon, now I have a 163. Now, I just want to talk about a couple of the drops that you can get here. Now, I've been getting greens, a lot of greens. The gear score has been going up because of that. I'm picking up 191s, and I believe I picked up a 214 recently. Now the stuff that drops inside the underground is based on your gear score, and also on the difficulty that you're running. Now I run everything, because I play solo, I run everything on the normal mode, because hard mode for me has taken a step up in difficulty. I can do normal missions on hard mode all day and not die, but in the underground I've been getting picked off in normal occasionally as well, which I don't know if it's because the enemies are more difficult, whether it's just because I suck massively. I haven't figured that bit out yet, but I do know that the gear is limited in drop based on your difficulty, so I'm picking up around about 214 is the very high end that I've seen so far, and the last room where your gear cache is, when I pick it up, I haven't been getting anything above 182. So I think if you want to pick up like a really good bonus for your gear, then you're going to have to change your difficulty depending on what you have now. What is that?
Now detecting hostiles.
Ah, okay, there's a nice fight going on. That's always good.
Hey, perfect shot.
This G36 rifle, by the way, if you can pick one up, it's an absolute monster. Just wave it across them on that last shot. I still need to pick this monster pen guy up. I don't know where he is. You probably couldn't have, don't worry about it. So, collectibles. Now it was requested that I go over collectibles in the expansion. Now there's a few actually. Now if I go to my intel, you will see that there's a whole new section for expansions. Now we have audio journals, we have Urbex albums, and you also pick up like loot caches when you level. So it's not really a collectible as such, but you do get various forms of loot availability with inside the expansion that you didn't really get before. Now the audio journals and the Urbex albums appear to be completely random. So if I go into the audio journals, they're not dropping in any particular order. So I've got 2 and 5 of that one, and I've got 2 and 8 of that one. Now in solo, I could imagine that the server would be able to say, I'll drop that one because he hasn't got it yet. But in groups, I don't see that happening. So if you play primarily in group, I don't know if your collectibles are going to drop the way you want them to. I have no idea how it's going to work for now, but I know that in solo, I haven't seen one, obviously, that I've already got, but it doesn't seem to drop one in every single mission either, and there are a lot of them as well. So there's 55 audio journals, and there's 25 Urbex albums, which are like pictures, I think. And I don't know how long it's going to take to collect those. I mean, it would be a really long time for me to collect them. I've done about 10 missions successfully so far, and I've got like 10 bits. So whether that's... I don't think I picked up one in every single mission, honestly. Only successful missions have I done 10, but I've done loads where I died because I suck. So I've picked up 10. I might have played like 15, 16 missions and like lost 5 of them. So honestly, it doesn't look like one drops in every single operation. So you're going to have to work pretty hard to pick those up, I think. The other thing that drops for you, other than just basic loot, is if I go to the inventory, you get some items in here which is for your loot cache. Now when you level, you get a loot cache, and the stuff inside that loot cache tends to be the better stuff that you're going to pick up in the underground. And like I say, it is based on your current gear score, so before you open up your loot cache, equip the best possible items you can and you'll get better items. Now one thing that you get for completing a mission successfully is, I think it will show up on my pouches, here, there we go, this directive intel, and this is used to buy additional mods for your operations. So back in the tactical operations center underneath the terminal inside your main HQ, it's quite hard to say, you will find directive intel, and this is... Well, you won't find directive intel. You'll find a big panel in the middle where you activate your operations, and there you can spend directive intel to make things harder for yourself, which increases your loot and your XP gain. Stuff like turning off your minimap and directional info so you don't know where the enemies are coming from. And I think that's pretty cool. It adds like another level to like the difficulty of the underground. At the moment, I'm totally not ready for that because I've been dying all the time anyway, so... Ah, you see, we got another pickup here. And like I say, because the underground is completely random, there's no guarantee that you're going to find one of these pickups. They don't seem to be spawning in specific locations each time. So, I have no idea how hard it is going to be to pick these up.
I swear on Bible, I swear on Lorraine, Barrett, hunting knife, anything you want. I swear, I saw an alligator down here. Big one.
An alligator?
I've heard those rumors for years. Years. I always thought it was bullshit. I
hope it was bullshit.
I know what I saw. Alright, heard. But there's no faking that. Breathing like a dragon. Really heavy. And wet. Steps in the
She's creepy.
drag of that tail like a huge bag of wet cement getting dragged down the tunnel. Holy shit.
Yeah, alligators. Bad times. Now, it's little places like these that you will likely find the most of your loot caches. They're kind of like hideouts for civilians. They usually hold a restock, and if you're lucky, they'll hold an actual item box as well, where you will get high-end items. I haven't got anything more than a high-end item from any of these loot caches yet, so no set pieces yet. They tend to only drop from... They only tend to drop from the actual last boss guy, so try not to expect too much from them. Ha 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 ha. Take it. Oh, there you are. I wondered when I was going to see you. Whee! This gun is such a monster. Grenade coming. Did you shoot yourself? That's pretty poor. Pretty much like my gunshots, actually. Pretty poor. Let's run over here. I need to kill this guy so that I can move around a bit more. Insane gun. Where are you going? I don't know where this other guy is. I'm kind of worried that he's going to sneak up on me and shoot me in the face. Oh, shit.
I need to reload.
Yeah, me too. So it's just Mr. Monster Pen now. Monster Pen, come out. Okay, I should be able to finish him off from here. Let's use some crazy ammo. Incendiary bullets are always nice. Let's use those. Blow yourself up. That'd be funny. Dink. You see what I mean by their firepower is insane in this. For a normal mission. There we go. Hey, look, we got a set item. Let's drop that down. Check it out. Let's see. Hopefully it's a 214. Oh, 191. Deadeye positioning braces. Let's have a look at it anyway. So that's the sort of thing that you can expect to get. Deadeye positioning braces. I'm going to keep my higher gear score on, but it's nice to have a nice set item now. What is that anyway? I haven't seen a Deadeye yet. Oh yeah, marksman. Yeah, I think I have a Deadeye equipped actually. Bag. So what do I get for equipping a second piece? Second piece is going to give me 20% marksman rifle critical hit damage. Yeah, I can live without that for now. I'd rather keep the gear score. Right, now once you've completed the end boss guy, you run over to the ending. You will always get... I gotta find it again now. How do I get up there? Okay, where's me? Okay, get back up. There you go, staircase. Yay! Now it's worth exploring these areas because chances are you're going to find an extra box or two. Or some intel if that's what you're after. But at the end here you always get a box, a loot cache. And like I say, I've never found anything in here above the 180s. 163. An MP5 ST. Probably not something I'll use, but it's nice to have the extra weapon parts that come with it and stuff like that. And that's kind of it. That is all of the collectibles kind of detailed there. For completing the mission, again, you get the intel as well, and you can use that to make things even more difficult for yourself if that's how you like to live. But the missions are quite difficult on normal. Even with a 188 gear score, they do provide some challenge. The bosses at the end are pretty mean. Arriving home. You can skip these, thankfully. Because it happens before and after every operation. So you can skip it, don't worry. It's a massive bonus. Right, so here we are in the Tactical Operations Center, which is underneath the terminal, which is in your main HQ. Now, you get all of the restocks here. Let me at it. Get out of it, you. Right. So once you've restocked, you can see at the top here there's a panel that tells you how you're doing. I'm currently underground rank 9, which is 11,280 experience. And you can see your directive intel in the bottom right of the panel. I have 10, which means I've completed 10 successful missions. Although I would have thought I would have got that for that on the last one as well. So maybe I've done way more missions than I thought. I've been playing it a fair amount. I'm 14% unlocked, so I guess I've got a long way to go. Now, to start a mission, you come over here to this interactive panel and you can either matchmake or you can plan an operation. From there you can go for either normal, hard, challenging, or you can go for heroic later on once your gear score is over 20 in your underground, over 200 and your underground rank is over 20. You get increased XP gains for each one, and usually you get better rewards as well, and later on you get phases as well, so you get multi-phase operations, which are flipping good idea. Actually, I'd really like to do 2 or 3 phase operations on normal, just because I'd like it to be longer but not too challenging. On hard, these things hit so hard at the moment that I'm not sure anyone under 200 would really want to take them on solo. But these are the things that you get to make things more difficult for yourself. They require a directive intel to activate. Some of them might require more. No, it looks like 1 for each, but you need to unlock them as you go up through your ranks. Fog of War, for instance, disables the minimap and the directional threat indicators, so you can't see where enemies are coming from. It does make it more difficult if you're used to using that. If you're not, like if you don't ever watch that anyway, then you should probably activate that every time. You got Mad Skills, which using a skill resets cooldowns the other equipped skill, and using a signature skill resets cooldown on signature skills for the other group members. Now that's probably one you could get away with solo without worrying too much about it, and it would give you an XP gain So probably worth activating, because if you're not in a group, then you're not really hindering anyone else by using that. Waste not, want not. Rounds left in a magazine while reloading are lost. Enemies do not drop ammo, and starting ammo count is reduced. So you have to be really, really stringent with what you use. I cannot see me doing that because I miss every shot. Special forces. Enemy rounds may be of special ammo types, and the type of ammo depends on the enemy faction. So, God, that's insane. So, if you fight against cleaners, for instance, they might use incendiary ammo on you, and that's nasty. I don't like the idea of that. Sickness. Health drains at a constant rate, and lost health may be healed as normal. So, basically, you're all going to go in with healing abilities, and you're probably going to come out fine. If you're by yourself, then you definitely need to go in with healing abilities, because I doubt that your 5 medipacks are going to last through that. Again, it's not one that I've been able to try, and it's a pretty high level one. You've got to be rank 30. So, guys, I hope you liked this insight into how the new Underground expansion works with drops and gear and loot and stuff like that. If you did, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.